Good day, students. Here we are with our bio lecture, and we are today going to conclude the second chapter in our biology syllabus, that is systematics of living organisms. The last unit that we have to cover is a very short unit, and that is regarding a symbiotic association between an algae and a fungus. This association is called as Lee chain. What is it called? Lee chain. Now we are going to study the characteristic features of this association, Lee chain, and its economic importance. Okay? So we'll begin with this unit, the Lee chains in our study. Now what are these Lee chains, or sometimes they are pronounced as lichens? Okay, these Lee chains are organisms in which we find fantastic coexistence, where an algal member lives in association with, in symbiotic association with a fungal member. So when we need to describe Lee chain, we describe it as Lee chain is a coexistence living together. Lee chain is a coexistence of what? Of an algae and a fungus. So it is the coexistence of an algal member and a fungal member. This coexistence is for mutual benefit. Coexistence is for what? Mutual benefit. म्हणजेच ही algae आणि हा fungus एकमेकांबरोबर राहतात in such a close association that they help each other to live together. One helps the other. Okay? So both of them are benefited. ह्या सहवासात दोन्हीही मेंबर्सचा फायदा असतो. Such a coexistence is for mutual benefit. Such association is called symbiotic association. अशा प्रकारचे जे association आहे, this association is called, what is it called? Symbiotic association. Okay, then in this association, the algal member is called phycobiont or photobiont. What is the algal member called? Phycobiont or photobiont. Okay, it belongs to, ही algae कोणत्या क्लासची आहे? It belongs to cyanobacteria. That is blue-green algae. Okay, or it belongs to Phaeophyceae. That is green algae. Okay? Why it is called as photobiont or phycobiont? It is because it is green in color, or rather blue-green in color, and will have chlorophyll pigment in the cell. काय असणार आहे ह्याच्या सेल्स मध्ये? Chlorophyll असणार आहे. So obviously when it is having chlorophyll, what it is going to do? It is going to prepare the food by the process of photosynthesis. It will take solar energy and convert this solar energy into chemical energy and will be storing it as food. हे जे अन्न algal member तयार करता है, this food that is prepared by the algal member is used by both the algae as well as the fungus. So fungus is benefited by getting food from the algae. Okay, so it prepares. It means who? The algal member. It prepares food by photosynthesis. Okay. Now we'll talk about the second member in the symbiotic association. What is the second member in the symbiotic association? The second member in the symbiotic association is this fungus. The fungal member is called mycobiome. What is the fungal member called? This fungal member is called mycobiome. Now to what category does this fungal member belong? It belongs to ascomycetes. We have seen the different classes of fungi, right? In the classification of fungi, we have seen that fungi will be classified as ascomycetes, basidiomycetes, isn't it? Then deuteromycetes, we have done all this. So here this fungus which forms the leaf chain belongs to ascomycetes. Okay? This mycobiome, how is it going to benefit the association? How is it going to help the algal member? Now, we have seen that fungi have mycelial body. Kashi body is the fungus mycelial, which is made up of thread-like hyphae. This hyphae will form a network, and the delicate algal members will be protected, given shelter in this mycelium of fungus. So algal member is protected. It gets shelter by the fungal member. Also, the fungal hyphae can absorb water, they can absorb minerals. Algae cannot do that, it is very delicate. So these fungal hyphae absorb water and minerals and provide this raw material to the algal member, by which it can carry out the process of photosynthesis. Are you getting it, students? So the fungal member is called as the mycobiome and it belongs to ascomycetes. It gives shelter to algae and provides absorbed water and minerals. To it. Okay, so in this way both these members, an alga and a fungus, live together in association, in symbiotic association. Such associations or the coexistence is called as a leaching. Are you getting this, students? You have to go through this note, write down all the important points, then we'll see what is the economic importance of this liking or leaching. Okay, now we will go for the importance of leaching. Now, where do we find these leachings growing? Have we seen the leachings? Definitely we see the leachings when we go into those areas which are having nearly no pollution or very less pollution. So if you try to find leachings in highly crowded cities, it is not possible. Why? Because these leachings can grow in snow-clad polar regions. म्हणजे बर्फाच्छादित जी आपले नॉर्थ पोल and साउथ पोल्स आहेत. We find leachings growing over there. But these are very sensitive to polluted air. Leachings cannot grow in polluted air. So, leachings become an indicator of pollution. Pradushan darshak, indicator of pollution. Where pollution is low or no pollution, we find on the soil, over the tree trunks, lichens growing profusely. ज्या भागांमध्ये प्रदूषण नसतं किंवा अत्यल्प प्रदूषण असतं तिथल्या झाडांच्या खोडांवर किंवा सॉइलवर lichens profusely grow होताना आढळतात. The regions which are highly polluted, lichens do not grow in these regions. So these are considered to be as what? Pollution indicators. What are these considered to be? Pollution indicators. So let us make a mention of it. These are very sensitive to pollution. Sensitive to what? These are very sensitive to pollution. Lichens do not grow in polluted regions and therefore considered as pollution indicators. What do you call lichens? We call lichens as pollution indicators. Okay? They indicate what? Pollution. Then lichens bring about pedogenesis. That means soil formation. How do these lichens bring about soil formation? Lichens grow on rocky surfaces and they secrete certain acids while they are growing. So here rocks crumble होतात, the rocks crumble down. As these rocks lose it, other members like the bryophytes, then the pteridophytes, evaporated, and finally the rocks are broken down to fine soil particles. This process of formation of soil is called as pedogenesis, and so leachings bring about pedogenesis, that is formation of the soil. Okay, keep these terms in mind, students. Then, what is the other importance of these leachings? Leachings are used as food. Okay, if you take our country, India, we use curry powder, masala तैयार करतो आपण, for making our food spicy. In that there is an ingredient, parmelia. What is the ingredient? Parmelia, ज्याला मराठीत दगडफूल म्हटलं जातं. This parmelia is nothing but a leaching, so it is used in making what? Curry powder. Okay. Then in Israel, the use of leaching, which is called as Lecanora esculenta. This is the leaching that is used in Israel as food. Similarly, a leaching which is called as Umbilicaria esculenta will be used as food or is used as food in Japan. So leachings are used as food. Then in snow-clad regions, leachings are used as fodder. Fodder म्हणजे काय? चारा. कोणासाठी? For reindeer and cattle. बर्फाच्छादित प्रदेशांमध्ये leachings will be used as fodder for reindeer and cattle. Okay. Then leachings has medicinal use also. Leachings are used in medicine. There are leachings like usnea and cladonia which give usnic acid. Which acid? Usnic acid. This acid is used as antibiotic. Usnic acid from usnea and cladonia is used as antibiotic. Okay, so leachings find wide uses in our lives. These are the pollution indicators. These help in pedogenesis. These are the ecological importances of leachings. These are used as food in some regions like Israel and Japan. Even in India, we use lichen as a food when we add what? Curry powder to make our curries tasty and spicy. And the lichen that is used in there is parmelia. Snow-clad regions, lichens are used as fodder for the reindeer and the cattle there. Usnic acid from lichens is used as antibiotic. Extracts of lichens are also used in perfumery, making perfumes. These are used in confectionaries, making confectionaries means pastries, cakes, everything in confectionaries. Also the extracts of lichens are used. Okay, so lichens are of wide importance and used in many different fields. What are the examples of these leachings?